Hey, friends. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. It's the hiring dietitian here. And today I wanted to talk about something that I talk about a ton, but I wanted to put it in the concept of a story because I think it will drive the point home. So in one of the public Facebook pages yesterday, a dietitian had asked a question relative to how long it takes to create things like SOPs, handbooks, training, and education for independent contractors. And I see this question a ton, and I know I have done a ton of videos on it. And because of that question yesterday, I will continue to do a ton of videos on it. Just to be very clear, your independent contractors, if you choose to go that direction, should never, ever receive training, education. There should be no handbook. There should be a very loose contract, if anything, more or less an agreement. Because remember, your independent contractors do not work for you. You are not able to control their behavior, right? I want to reinforce that because in spite of screaming from the top of the trees, I still see this confusion that dietitians want to hire as independent contractors because it's easier, but then they want to treat them as employees. And that is a huge IRS no-no, right? If you misqualify your people that work for you and you have them doing employee-like activities, you're measuring their performance, you're educating and training them. Remember, if you bring in a dietitian, the only thing you can control is the outcome. They can do things the way they want, right? They can choose their EMR, they can choose how they chart, they can choose how they see your patients, right? So if you have a particular protocol or a particular way in which you interact with your patients, or anything that's step by step, right? Like that is going to go out the window if you hire independent contractors because they work for themselves. So I just want to reiterate this and very clearly that independent contractors come into your practice and they literally take your overflow. You do not tell them how to operate. You do not tell them how to behave, because in the event that you do that, you will get in a lot of trouble. And so we don't want to do that. And so I often say we don't know what we don't know until it's too late. And so say in that particular scenario, like you give them handbooks, you give them all of those things, and that employee becomes disgruntled. And that disgruntled employee then goes to the labor board and says, hey, P.S., this dietitian was treating me as an employee, but paying me as an independent contractor. And then what they do is they come into your practice and they impose interest, penalties, and back taxes on any wages not paid correctly. And I do not do this to fearmonger, but I just want to be very clear because most dietitians are lazy. I'm going to say that again. Most dietitians are lazy. If you're hiring as independent contractors, you are lazy. I don't care who you are. You're taking the easy way out, and there's a good chance that you're not doing it legally correct. Once again, I say that as somebody who did that improperly, the wrong way for many years. And the biggest mistake I ever made was not hiring as employees because I was fucking lazy. So I just want to be clear with that. If you guys have questions on what you can be doing with independent contractors, you are more than welcome to drop your questions below this video because I want to prevent as many dietitians as I possibly can from making those types of mistakes because those are major mistakes and we definitely don't want to do them. And if you're totally new and you need a lot of hand-holding, there's a good chance you need somebody to walk you through the human resources process. And that is exactly why I created the hiring dietitian, because I think most dietitians don't know what they don't know. And it can be anxiety provoking and it can be overwhelming because there's so many moving parts of hiring as employees. But the cool thing is I have streamlined it for you in my coaching program. So if you need that type of support, which pretty much any dietitian does, head over to the link in my bio, go check it out. And let me know what questions. Let me know what questions you have about my program, and let me know what questions you have about independent contractors versus employees in the comments below, because I am happy to help.